Hello. Is everything working? Yes. Maybe turn the music down? I don't know. Let me know if the music's too loud, I guess. What I hear and what you hear is a little bit different sometimes. Let's see. Is this camera good? This camera's great. Hello. You know what's cool about this camera is that I can... It's my phone. And it's my phone and I can turn it and the camera stays upright. It's magic. Hello, Heather. Hello, Eva. How are you guys doing? Look at all these Jaworskis in here. Look at all these Jaworskis in here. It's a family affair. A family affair. Oh, I should turn this off because the stream is not starting soon anymore. It has started. The stream has started. Just in time for them to play some acoustic rock for me. That's funny. This song is called Sunshine by No Thanks. And that is what I have to say. No thanks. Is Seth here? Hello, Seth. I'm trying to get my music game on. Trying to get my music together here. Is the music too loud? Is it good? Is the lighting good? Does my face look like... Does my face look like it's painted on a pancake right now? That's what it feels like. It feels like my face is painted on a pancake. You know what? I'm gonna turn the lights down a little bit. That lamp kind of shines in my eyes. This is better. This is much better. This is a much better mood, much better vibe. My face is clear. Good. Yeah, I actually upgraded my internet this week because I didn't want for us to have any more problems with the stream. Now, I'm not promising that's gonna make the stream not have problems at all, but I did eliminate what I'm thinking should be the bandwidth issues. I've got like super fast internet now. I've spent most of the day today running speed tests just to see how high the number goes. Better, the color's more natural. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like if I have that light on real high, it's because of this. It's many different factors, and most of them are boring. But this phone is really good. This my camera is my iPhone now, and it looks really nice. I think it looks great. And I can adjust it and stuff, but once I turn it on, it just kind of takes over, and it's so good at brightening low light areas that if I give it too much light, I have to think about the light a lot. If I give it too much, like shining in my face, it really does make my face look like it's painted on a plate, like it's painted on a pancake. So if I turn the light down a little bit, it brings out my natural beauty. Oh, how's everybody doing? How are you guys doing? Like a pancake. That's right, like a pancake. How are you guys doing? How's everybody's week been going? I'm just warming up here. I'm just getting into the groove because I don't think I've said anything to anybody all day. No, I'm just kidding. I went next door and I talked to the neighbors for a little while. And I also talked to my sink. I talked to my kitchen sink for like 30 minutes today. No big deal. Oh, you know what happened? Earlier in the week, speaking of my kitchen sink. Okay, so what did I do? Oh, a scoop coater. This doesn't really matter that much, but a scoop coater is the thing that you use to put emulsion onto screens for screen printing. And it's gummy. It's kind of like, it's like Elmer's glue pretty much. I mean, it even kind of smells like it. And so I was put it in my sink to wash out, and I just left the water going. And what I didn't know was that the sink was a little bit clogged up with some stuff. Like I have a screen in the bottom of the sink, and there was some like pasta sauce in there because I ate meatballs. Okay, are you sticking with me? Are you into this story so far? I ate some meatballs and there's some pasta sauce, just enough to clog the sink. Yes, I did clog my sink, but no, I didn't. My sink was already clogged, and what happened was I left it running for like an hour with water slowly dripping on the floor. Blip, 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 blip. Maybe it wasn't really an hour. It was like 30 minutes. And here's the thing that saved my life. I had a trash can. Just happened to have a trash can sit by the sink because I was like peeling carrots earlier, like way earlier, and I left it there. And so a lot of the water drained into the trash can. And now the trash can weighs like 60 pounds and I haven't taken it out yet, but I will eventually. But it still got water everywhere, dude. It got water everywhere, all over my counters. And that's what happened. That was my big story for the week. That's the biggest thing that's happened to me this week. So that's about it. All right, are we gonna do paint? We're gonna paint? I guess we'll paint. So worked on this a little bit this week. I worked on this a little bit this week. I don't know if you remember from last week, but actually I can show you where we got last week. This is where we got last week. This is where we left it. And I do like these highlights, and I'm gonna bring them back, but I really needed to do some work to it because I was like looking at it and I was like, man, the perspective is a little bit off. It was just like many things were bothering me about it. For one thing, the colors are weird. Like, so I just spent like about an hour last night while I was watching a true crime show, just fixing this up, making the tomatoes look like tomatoes, making the bacon look like bacon, making the turkey look like turkey, making the boysenberries look like boysenberries, making the cheese look like cheese, ham, etc. So now we really have a we really do have a sandwich. And yes, all this talk about haunted sandwiches did actually cause the ghost of a sandwich to invade my house. And I've got to call a medium now because the sandwich ghost is here, floating around in my kitchen, clogging my sink up. Pinterest has been getting on my nerves lately. I'll just let you guys know. It's making me do too many things before I can see my pictures. I'm just gonna fast forward like 35 times. I haven't quite figured out, like I got this service called Epidemic Sound. And it's like you pay like a fee every year. I mean, you can pay it every month, but I pay it every year because it's cheaper that way, right? And that means I can play royalty-free music on my stream, which is, you know, because if you play somebody else's song on your stream, or if you do anything like that, you get a copyright thing. There are copyright strikes, and then there are copyright flags or whatever. And a copyright strike's bad. It's like if you get 3 of those, you're gone. Like they take your channel away or something. It's like bad for you. But the copyright claim just means that somebody else knows that you're using their stuff on your video. And if I was monetized, they could use that copyright claim to take the advertising revenue from the video because you're using like their song or whatever. So when we watched Alec Baldwin last week or the week before, I got a copyright claim on my channel for that. But I mean, I'm not monetized, so it doesn't really matter yet. But there are a lot of channels on YouTube where you just react to other people's YouTube videos. So there is a trick to it where you can not get flagged, but the technology has become really, really good. Like where, I mean, it's not like there's somebody sitting there watching or anything, but they have what is it, DSRM or something like that. It's like a algorithmic thing where they can like actually, I guess they probably turn the video into like a signal, like a code, right? And then they've got something just running around the internet, running around YouTube, like checking for that code. And yeah, Glengarry Glen Ross is really policing their content, I guess, a lot. Did that really happen? Did the YouTube? Yeah, it really got flagged. It's not a big deal. I mean, if I ever like get monetized, which is something I would like to do, but I'm kind of far off from that now, but we'll see, you know. That's why I'm working so hard to get them views, to get them subs. So if it's like 500 subs and so many hours watched or whatever, and then you can start becoming monetized, which means that they play ads on your channel, and so you guys will have to deal with ads. But I think every like 550 million videos, 550 million ads they show you get like 35 cents or something. So it's really, really awesome. And Alec Baldwin would get that 35 cents if I kept that copyright claim there, but I'm not going to. So you can cut it out. Like it even gives you an option that says, hey, do you just want to cut that part out? And you can just click yes, and it'll just cut the whole thing out. I'm pretty sure. And don't quote me on those numbers. I'm pretty sure 300,000 million or whatever I said isn't even a real number that exists. All right, so tonight, why did my music stop? I've got to fix my music. Oh, that's what I was talking about. I've got this thing called Epidemic Sound where you can just play music and it's royalty free. So you pay them a fee, they pay the artist how much ever they pay the artist, and you can play your music on the stream. And if you have a license to Epidemic Sound, they don't do any claims. So that's what most of this music is that you guys hear, and it's pretty good, especially like the electronic stuff I like a lot. And so that's what we listen to most of the time, but the problem is that there's no shuffle. So like every time I press play, it starts playing the same songs that it did last time. And it's really hard. It's really hard, you guys. My life has become unbearable, you guys. All right, so we're gonna listen to some Strobe Lights by Flynn, and I'm gonna start painting this thing. What do you guys think about the smoke in the clouds? I'm not exactly sure. I feel like I'm wobbling around on this painting a little bit. And my main problem is that the old one, like, I don't want to repeat myself and make the eyes and the teeth exactly the same as the old one. But I do remember when I painted this, how hard it was for me to come up with something that was balanced enough to show the teeth and the eyes and make it look kind of scary, but also not cover up the detail of it so you can see that it's a sandwich, right? So what makes a sandwich a sandwich? You can see the bread, you can see a little bit of tomato and lettuce, the pick, the bread and stuff. So I'm trying to hit that balance there. I guess if I put a plate underneath a bit, you'll be able to tell too. But I don't want to like just do the same teeth, you know? But we're gonna see. That's the main goal, is I gotta give this thing a face now. Fungus marks. Ew, no. That happened to one of Seth's old videos from 7 years ago. Got flagged for something dumb. What was it for? What did he use on there? Somebody else's stuff? Fungus marks. No, I don't think I'm gonna do fungus marks. That's a good thought, but I feel sick to my stomach even thinking about that. putting fungus marks on the sandwich. That was, I love that movie, but that was always so gross to me. Like the freaking green fungus he had on his face. They're doing a new one, right? Beetlejuice, The Return or whatever. And they're trying to, everybody's trying to like come back and act like they're still teenagers or something. Winona Ryder is coming back and she's somehow still looks 14 in this movie or whatever. But I'm gonna watch it. What do you guys think? Yeah, another one coming out. Yep. All right, so this is my Pinterest board, okay? And what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to figure out like, let's just look up ghost faces and just see what it gives me. It's probably going to give me mostly women in their underwear because that's usually what Pinterest does for some reason. Yeah, I want to search Pinterest, bro. All pins. See, Pinterest getting on my damn nerves, man. Ghost faces. There's the Ghostface Killer from Scream. That's two. I kind of wish, like, these are always so cute, like these little ghosts, you know, the sheet ghosts, but maybe I'll think about that. I don't think it's gonna work. And they're all pretty much, you know, pretty obvious. I could give it like a little bit of a skull look, maybe. That'd be kind of cool. Bum, 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 bum. It's all the same thing, man. What else could I say? What else could I say? This is, for some reason, I know this is real simple, but that's interesting. I could put some spirits in the backgrounds. Kind of cool. This is really cool. All right, I'm gonna give myself 7:20 already, so I'm gonna give myself like 5 more minutes to F around with this. And then we're gonna paint, because that we have, you know, 1 hour. Wait. Yeah, 1 hour. Or something like that. And I usually, like, sometimes I like to go over and stuff, but like, I felt like not that. See, what does this have to do with anything? I feel kind of, I don't know, I guess I'm just like, Pop needs his sleep, you know? Haunted faces. Okay, let's try that. Yikes. That's a bit much. That's pretty messed up. You guys hear my cat meowing? He's standing right here, like, as close to my face as possible. What are you doing, dude? Let's see. Sandwiches. All right. I'm just gonna have to wing it. Slimy Nightcrawler? No, I'm not gonna make it rotten. Even though that would be kind of cool. I'm not in the mood to make to do rotten food tonight. I'm feeling a little sick to my stomach. Yeah, I guess that's one way. That's one way to look at it. He loves it, daddy, or he wants to go outside, or he wants food. He does like me, but yeah, we like each other, but I think he wants something. He's just like looking at me like he's waiting for something, like I'm missing an appointment right now that I forgot about. He's like, remember we were supposed to go do that thing tonight? Something like that. So I don't know if you guys remember this, but this bread has improved a lot over the last week. And this ham looks a little bit more like ham. But we're not doing that. We're doing the face. Okay, so. Because we don't really need to... We don't need to put any more detail in this until we know what this face is going to look like. Because it doesn't make any sense to do something that's just going to get covered up. So we're going to have to kind of strategically do these teeth. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna, I don't know about any kind of concept or anything. Sometimes you just gotta start and then something might come to me. Like I just have to have faith that at some point something might come to me, or it might not. I might just, eventually something cool will happen here, probably. Cat treats? Yeah, he might be waiting for cat treats. They have a couple things, and they have a couple things that they do that I can tell are like, what am I gonna say? They're associations. Like when one thing happens, they expect for another thing to happen. Olive eyes? Yeah, maybe. Put the toothpick up here. Can't forget the frill. One, when my alarm goes off, they know they're gonna get fed. That's an easy one. But then after they get fed, then they know that as soon as the sun, actually they don't know about the sun, they just know that it's time to go out, almost time to go out. And so usually when the sun comes up a little bit, like I'll let them run around out there for a little while, right? So now they're just like inside me, they're like running under my feet. They're staring at me from across the room. They're getting real close and staring at me. They're just like, every time I look at them, they're like in a different place in the room, staring at me, waiting for the sun to come up. Or just waiting for me to go outside. I'm waiting for the sun to come up. They're waiting for just me to open the door and let them out. That's one thing. Another thing is that at about, well, plus their eating times, but then like, yeah, usually about 9 or 9:30, right before I go to bed, I give them a couple treats. All right, I'm getting too in the weeds here. Onions. I think I'm trying to do it like almost like, you know how in Ghostbusters it's almost like there's a ghostly superimposed kind of like face. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do like a ghostly, kind of like the old one. I don't think the other items are gonna be like actual vegetables. I don't think. But something, yeah. I mean, I like the olive idea, but I'm just liking these shapes. I don't know exactly what we're gonna do with them yet, but I'm just liking how one of them's big and one of them's small. These teeth need a little bit more structure, but the teeth are... Plus, we got to time box this, you know? Like, we've been working on this for 3 weeks, and I can come up with ideas. We can come up with ideas forever and ever and ever, you know? Endless ideas. This group of creative people, we can probably like just work on this painting forever, but I've been thinking about time boxing a lot. And basically all that means is that you give yourself a time limit on something that you're doing. Which is like you know, sometimes you just have to do that. Especially if you're somewhat of a perfectionist. Also, like when you're working on a painting, you can really work on it forever and ever. You know? So, time boxing just means you put it in a box. What else is going on? Thank you. Been so long since you watched Ghostbusters. Yeah, like, has anybody seen the new ones yet? I saw the first new one with Paul Rudd, but I haven't seen the most recent one. For some reason, I just haven't been interested in turning it on. I don't know. I liked the first one. It was like a fun for a one movie kind of watch, you know? Oh yeah, did you watch Close Encounters this week then? I gotta check that out again. Maybe I'll make them kind of like shark teeth, like more than one row. I gotta change this into 80s. Into cyberpunk. Synthwave. Here we go. It's not working. Felt like you saw for the first. Oh, with the blah 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 blah. Close Encounters. What is this? Is this the same song again? With these weird chipmunk lady voices? Okay, we gotta stop. We gotta put a stop to this. Goodbye. Gotta log into this. That app, they have like an app that you can download, and it sucks, and it's all broken and shit like that. So I'm going to be writing a letter to them later. A tersely worded letter. Genres, here we go. Okay, what do you guys think? Future bass, synthwave, or 1980s? Future bass, synthwave, or 1980s? 1980s. I'll turn this on for now. Yeah, you know, I mean, you know me, I love to do stuff. I've definitely thought about making my own music, but you know, it just takes a very, very long time. And I've gotten to this point where I have to like, every time I want to do something, I can't let myself do it. I go through spurts where I write music, but I can't just like, because you know what I mean? Because it's like, what'll happen is that like I can't start doing the stream until I wrote music. You know? So that's like what's just another thing that'll keep me. I already like tried to bring the stream back for like a month, and I had to wait until I had all the lighting and stuff. Anyway, it would be cool to write my own music though. You're right. And I might actually write an intro song at some point, probably. A lot to do. Yeah, it's yeah. I've always been like the kind of person where like if I see a good movie, I want to be like, oh man, I want to direct a movie. If I read a good book, I'm like, man, I really want to write a novel. You know, it's just I've always been like that, and unfortunately, even though you can dabble in whatever, right? Like I write sometimes, I do all kinds of different stuff, like whatever I feel like doing. But as far as like something that you gotta like, you can't have a you just don't really have enough time to get real good at all those, you know? Unfortunately. Yeah, I'm actually, after I just said I don't have time to write music, I am actually writing a soundtrack for Sam the Jump. There are like song lyrics. There are song lyrics in the first book, and that song actually exists. I actually wrote that song. That song exists. I can play it on the dang guitar. I'm trying to work another color in here. You like the teeth? Cool. I just see Jaworski. Sometimes I'm like, I can't tell. So Heather's face. And then Eva, what's your avatar? Is that like a box with flowers in it? See, I'm like, I don't want to cover up my bacon. You know what I could do? All right. Okay. I just got kind of an idea here. So like, what if these teeth, so these teeth are like not really interacting with this bread, which is kind of what I said I was going to go for. But what if I make it so they're coming out of right here, but they have to work their way around the bacon and through the bacon. Like, just gonna try this out. Russian black lacquer box, cool. I had pot stickers for dinner. I shoved like 8 or 10 pot stickers in my mouth right before the stream. That's what I had for dinner. What'd you guys have? Anything good? What's that? What's pot stickers? It's like dumplings. Asian dumplings. Filled with like chicken or stuff, filled with filling. And you I don't always make them perfectly, but I mean, because like really, like if they're made really well in a restaurant, they're kind of crunchy on one side because they're fried a little bit, but then they're also steamed to get them done inside. And if you get them just right, they're good no matter what, but if you get them just right, they're cook them in some sesame oil, let them fry for just a little bit, and then throw water in there and let the water sizzle and steam them. All right, these teeth are getting weird again. Nothing yet. Don't know what you want. Oh. I like this idea. I don't know if I can make it work or not, but because that way the sandwich will not be completely covered up. Yeah, soy sauce for sure. Yeah, I mean, I've made them before, but I didn't make them. These are just things, frozen things, you know. Just always end up having to, eventually you have to just like take them tooth by tooth. Yeah, I went, the last time I made them, yeah, I looked up a recipe and I made them, and I was pretty happy with how they turned out. I made the filling, just like ginger and, you know, other stuff. All right. I went to an Asian market to get the actual wrappers, the dumpling wrappers. That was the only thing that wasn't at the grocery store, that I had to go out of my way and get. So I've been trying to lose some weight, right? I've been trying to like diet a little bit, and yeah. So I eat like 40 pot stickers a day, and that's all I eat. No, I'm just kidding. And I always knew that like it's pretty much just a calculation, right? Like it's just like if you burn more calories than you take into your body, then you'll lose weight. But recently I heard about this study that was like, and it's like, it sounded pretty legit, where it's like they studied, I made a couple notes. They studied this hunter-gatherer tribe, right? I forgot the name, write the name down. There's a hunter-gatherer tribe. So like, that's the closest thing we have to, the way that people used to live, right? Is that we can study that. So what they did was they found out that, like, you know, people have like a certain amount of calories that they burn a day just by their heart pumping and their brain thinking and their, you know, all the stuff that you don't really think about. That actually uses up a lot of calories, like the majority of your calories, right? Just keeping your body going. And calories are actually like, I think they're like a measurement of heat, right? But really all it is energy. Calories are energy, and extra calories turn into stored energy, which is fat. So the assumption was a hunter-gatherer tribe that is pretty much, they have to acquire everything that they eat. They gotta forage, they have to hunt. They are on their feet all day. They're moving around all day. And so you would assume that they burn like a lot more calories than your average sitting on their ass American like me. And it turns out that they burn about the same amount of calories as us, as us, meaning people that aren't hunter-gatherers, which is crazy. But what they said is that, like, I mean, that kind of breaks the laws of physics, right? It doesn't, it's, unless there's another factor. In other words, they're burning all this energy, they're using all this energy, but they're burning the same amount of calories. And I was like, how the hell can that happen? So, like, turns out that your body will borrow from other processes just to maintain that same calorie thing. So, like, and pretty much the conclusion was, like, working out is, it's not saying, hey, don't work out and don't diet. That's wasn't the point of it. The point is, working out and dieting are good for you, but eventually your body gets used to anything. So its job is, I mean, actually your body probably prefers for you to be overweight, because that means you have enough food. And so, like, what I hear, what happens, so, like, it's about balance, right? So if you work out all the time too much, your body can just make you hungrier. It just releases stuff to make you hungrier, and it also becomes a lot more efficient at using the calories you have. So it'll do things like take resources from, like, your immune system, stuff like that. So people that work out without recovering enough, like, they get sick easier and stuff like that. Wild roots and grains, wild game, whatever they make to drink from plants besides water. Yeah. Yeah, they're eating some whole foods, that's for sure. This piece of bacon is going to drive me crazy. It's going to be the death of me. It's too close to the color of the bread, so... All right, I'm just going to continue with my story here. Such as it is. Also, if you go on one of those crash diets, your body is smart enough to be like, oh man, there must be, like, not a lot of food around. And so your body will actually slow your metabolism down, which means it'll make it so your body burns less calories. So it'll slow down your weight loss, because, you know, if you think about it, it's like your body doesn't really want to lose weight. If you start losing weight real fast and not taking in enough calories, your body is like, oh shit, danger zone. And so it adjusts accordingly. Like, our bodies are pretty amazing, you know? They just adapt. And they don't necessarily care if you're in shape or not. Really, your body's systems are just designed to keep you alive. They don't really think about the future, you know? Even though it's good for your heart to exercise and God, these fucking teeth look like not great. It's good for you to exercise, but it's not necessarily, your body doesn't necessarily help you out with that, you know what I'm saying? A lot of diets are bad. Danger, Will Robinson. Bacon usually is dark brown. Yeah. Yes, it is. I'm gonna fix the colors a little bit, but yeah, I guess I could look at a sandwich and see compared to the bread. I mean, it's like, you know, the bread is dark brown too, so that's the problem. Actually, the problem is I'm still being too careful. I'm thinking about it too much. That's the problem. It was looking pretty cool, and then I started overthinking it, so. And yeah, we will fix the bacon eventually. GMO. Oh, genetically modified stuff. Yeah, I mean, it's weird. Like some of the stuff that they do is like crazy, but I don't know. I don't know how dangerous it really is. Like, I'm sure that some of it's dangerous, definitely, but genetically modified could also mean that they just breed plants with certain other plants to get the best. Like, you know what I read is that tomatoes. Yeah, I don't like the thought of GMO either. That's true. It just sounds gross, but, and maybe I'm making a false equivalency here, but like, have you ever seen a tomato, like an actual tomato, how they grow before we, like until we started breeding them to grow the way that they are now, they looked completely different. Let me see if I can find something about that. Maybe it was apples. I'll look that up for some other day. I don't want to spend the whole time looking on the internet, but like until we cultivated, you know, because we breed trees to grow more fruit. Some of the fruits that I'm pretty sure it was apples. Now that I think about it, we kind of bred those to start producing the kind of apples that we like, you know. So it's pretty much like just breeding, controlled breeding, but that might not be that, you know, genetically modified stuff is different. But not much different. I know I'm always trying to I don't ever like try. I hardly ever let anybody be scared of anything. If you don't eat, if you don't want to eat genetically modified stuff, it's totally probably better to just eat, of course, eat stuff that you grow yourself and everything. But I don't know. I mean, what have you guys heard? What have you guys heard that makes it so, is it just because it just is genetically modified and we're just like, it's just freaky that it's like, grown in a lab or something? Oh, it just tastes different. Yeah, okay. Yeah, like, I mean, greenhouse, fresh tomatoes compared to what you get in the grocery store. I keep talking about tomatoes, I know. But like, there's, you know, night and day, right? Yeah, fresh food is much better than, you know, we also are kind of spoiled in that we you know, like tomatoes, think about when tomatoes grow. We can get them all year, right? They only grow, really only grow around here at a certain time. So the rest of the year they have to like get them from another place or figure out a way to grow them inside, like in a lab or something. I don't know what I'm talking about. Just ignore me. I'm just trying to figure out how to make these teeth not make me want to freak out and stop doing art forever. To be genetically modified, I mean, I think that it just means that they're like I said, I mean, genetically modified could mean that you just cross-pollinate stuff for a better result. Plants, like you only let the bees pollinate I don't know what I'm talking about. I should just shut up. I don't know what I'm talking about. But there are people that think that, I mean, I can't blame them. I mean, freaking companies will get away with whatever the fuck they can to make money. It's not like they've got a great track record of being like having the public interest in mind. All right, I gotta shake this up. I mean, this is really like, I'm getting desperate here. I think this calls for some drastic measures. All right, so we like the eyes. These teeth are covering up too much of the sandwich. I think I'm gonna have to redo them somewhat. Got an idea. Maybe I'll do them like this. The way they're all crowded together like this, I mean, yeah, have it on the shelves. Well, I know they spray tomatoes with methane to get them to ripen faster, which is it's pretty basically cow farts. So they spray tomatoes with cow farts so you can have them all year long. You can quote me on that. They list it. Now it's like, you know, genetically altered is different than like spraying freaking Agent Orange on plants while you're growing them, you know? That's just a little different. Yeah. Tomato with cow farts. And cheese. I think we're just gonna have to go with the same old, like what worked last time. I think all things considered, like this is the coolest possible thing I can come up with right now. And I kind of like it. Oops. I just got rid of everything on my whole screen. All my screens. What happened? Bro. That's so weird. Like the music is still going. I guess I figured out the keyboard shortcut for hiding Google Chrome. I guess that's what happened. Really? So, you mean like it didn't say not GMO in the package? Like they have to disclose it, right? So, let's look at shark teeth. Gonna try something real quick. So what was the project, Heather? What was the project for class? Schoolboy. I'm referring to some that I see. Didn't find anything that wasn't GMO in the produce section, huh? So like even the stuff that's like out in bins and stuff, they say it's GMO. Where does it say it? So I was earlier this week. I was driving home from the grocery store, and it was crazy, man. Like sometimes I get mad. Sometimes I get mad at people when they do stupid things that can get them killed. Like, do you ever do that? Like, it's like this protective part of yourself. Like, it's just a complete stranger, but you just kind of get mad. So, I was driving home from the grocery store, and it was like right up here, and there was a woman walking so close to the edge of the sidewalk that it looked like at any minute she was just going to step off into traffic. And she was like looking like, I don't know what her deal was. She was maybe intoxicated, but she was like looking down, and it looked like at any minute she was going to fall, like she was a little topsy-turvy. And she was looking intensely at like the gutter. I guess she was looking for something somebody might have dropped or whatever. And I got so mad. Not because she was looking in the gutter, but because it was like she was so close to the road. Is that like, am I just like an old guy? Is that what's going on? I'm just, at this point, I'm just getting to the point where I'm just like mad at people for doing stupid stuff. Hopefully she didn't like die. But it was so like dumb the way that because it was super, like a lot of traffic, and I probably drove by her and like maybe there was probably 6 inches between her and my car when I drove by. Because she kept getting closer to the side of the road, like, and like I said, she was looking at the curb, like you know how the curb does this, it goes, and then it turns into road, right? And then there's that little spot where the curb hits the road that's like white before the actual asphalt starts. She was looking there for something. Probably, you know, I don't know, man. Cigarette butts. Or maybe she dropped something the night before. I got like weirdly mad though. Because I was I guess I was thinking like, man, if I would have hit that lady, it's like how terrible would I have felt, even if it wasn't my fault, right? I would have felt super terrible. Her family would have hated me. Whatever, you know. Forever I'd be the guy that hit the woman who was looking for cigarette butts. And also she would be, you know, gone. I would feel terrible, you know, forever. Just because she doesn't know how to fucking walk on the side of the road. It's like, you know, yes, I know it would be her own stupid fault if that happened, but, you know, imagine, like, if that actually happened, right? Of course, you would know that it's not really your, like, it couldn't have really been avoided, but at the same time, you're like, damn, man, you got somebody's, you know, you're responsible for the end of somebody's life. You got that on your hands. Just because this dummy couldn't walk by the side of the road. And I got so mad. I got so mad. And then I felt a little silly for getting mad. Because by the time I was, you know, by the time I was the mad, like, it had built up to its extra, like, I mean, I wasn't, like, screaming at myself in the car or anything. But I was, like, I just got myself a little worked up about it. And it was so close that I was, like, thinking about it for too long. I was thinking about it all the way until I got in the parking lot. My parking lot. This is the worst painting I've ever done. It just needs something. I'm just one move away from it coming together. Alright, I'm gonna get rid of this. Maybe the sun was making, yeah, the sun could have been making shiny sparkles, and that's totally worth her getting run down by a car. God, what? Yeah, I know any number, like, there was no, whatever the reason was, it wasn't a good reason. Wasn't a good enough reason for her to do that, but I'm sure she was looking, she had her reason. This almost looks better without teeth. The brown teeth, yeah. I was gonna actually I was gonna make them glow on the outsides. I was looking at this picture and I was gonna go for this look, and I still might do that, but like once I hit the edges with that yellow, they wouldn't have been brown. But I just teeth with braces, that's a good idea. But I'm also thinking, what if I don't even give it teeth? Thinking outside the box here. Doesn't have to, nobody said it has to look like the old one, right? You know what I mean? Nobody's the boss of me. I'll do what I want. If I want to give it a little tiny weird mouth, nobody's gonna do it. Nobody's gonna tell me that I can't. Yeah, this is what I mean by doing something drastic, though. You gotta, like, sometimes you just gotta, like, shake yourself out of the box. Shake yourself. Whatever I'm trying to say. You know what I'm saying. I'm just gonna sketch in some. What's a lamprey mouth? Bunghole. Is it a bunghole? You're a bunghole. Lamprey mouth isn't a real thing, okay? So. What was I gonna do? Oh. Yeah, yeah. You know what? See, this is the thing. I think I know what it needs, but it's gonna be hard. I'm gonna give him some scary hands, like some Nosferatu hands, you know what I'm saying? Bony ass fingers. They're gonna be blue. Yeah, you're right. This does look a lot like a bunghole. Bunghole ghost. Lambretta is an eel. Lamprey is an eel. All right. That's your warning. You're skating on thin ice. Eva Jaworski, if that is your real name. Yeah. Somebody's watching this. They're like, what is this dude doing? He's drawing a butthole in the sandwich? What's going on? And the answer is yes. Look up lamprey mouth. I think I know what you're talking about, like the crazy eels with Oh yeah. No thanks. Ugh. That's crazy, man. That's like a that's like you know, nightmare worm. Do you like the hands? Yeah, I think that they're misshapen right now, but if I could get them looking like this, like which is crazy for me to volunteer, like to take it upon myself to do hands right before the end of the stream. What the frick? Hole phobia? Do what? Do what now? Yeah, I think the hands are cooler than the teeth. I wish I wouldn't have spent so much time on the teeth now, but that's how it goes. That's how it goes when you're living life on the edge, dangerously. On the creative, artistic edge. Lots of tiny holes together in a pattern make me angry and grossed out. They make you mad. Yeah, I guess I probably have things like that. I have a thing where I hate sesame seeds on the crust. Oh yeah, that would be good. That's a good idea. Lots of good ideas. I'm feeling a little bit like I need to not necessarily finish this, but I need it to come together. Like this happens sometimes, just happens sometimes, but I gotta get a concept going here. You know what I'm saying? I think these hands are a step in the right direction. And I might bring the teeth back, but less teeth, right? Like if I can make it so these hands are cool someday, then I won't need a bunch of teeth. The teeth aren't the only thing. You really have a crazy phobia. That's pretty crazy. I guess I don't have a phobia, but I get really freaked out about wet paper. Like the feeling of wet paper or wet cardboard makes me feel really gross. That is gross. Okay, so you're skating on thin ice. No more talk of this doctor. Okay? Everybody's on thin ice. Talking about all this gross stuff. Christ. All right. So I guess if I did like this hand, yeah, I don't know why either. It's like there are like 7 seasons of it or something. It's like season 14. What the fuck? I mean, is it really that? You know what? Never mind. Don't say what it is. I don't want to know what it is. I really don't. Could add Converse if he has feet. Maybe, yeah. I think once I get these hands going on though, like this is like, he's gonna be a haunted fucking club sandwich. Hey, pardon my language. I try to keep it PG-13 on here, but sometimes I just gotta fucking say that I like these fucking hands. All right, sorry about that. Okay, yeah. Listen, I got my finger hovering over the band button. Got my finger hovering over the thin ice button, guys. You'll be kicked. You'll be permabanned. I don't care if you're my sister or not. I'm just kidding. All right, so let me make these, I guess gotta figure out how to make this, somebody's getting better at hands. This would have taken me 5 years a couple months ago, or 6 months ago. Okay, I'm gonna leave that alone so I mess it up. See, the whole thing is real. It doesn't induce cursing. Yeah, that's what I thought was funny about it, is that it said it made her mad. It makes her mad. There are things that make me mad too, like that make you like what's the word? Irrationally mad. Like it's not something that should be make you mad, but you just like go off for no reason. All right, let's see. Where would this other hand be? This hand's here, so I don't know if that's right. Actually, I don't really like it. Touching, like the idea that it's not connected is cooler. It's stupid. What's stupid? You guys like the hands? Cool. Yeah, see, like, it's like, sorry, my neck is doing something weird. Eventually, if you just break out of what your plan was, right? Like, I messed around with those teeth for so long because I was just thinking tunnel vision, right? Like, make it the same, but start thinking outside that a little bit, and sometimes there's almost always a way to kind of like fix something if you can figure out what's wrong with it. But I don't know how I'm gonna get these dang thumb, or maybe I'll do this finger up. This, I don't know. I gotta get a thumb in here. People looking in the gutter, yeah. No, there's something that makes me gross out, like really freaks me out, and that is, like I said, it's like wet paper. Do you guys know what I mean? Like the feeling of wet cardboard. If I have to pick it up, I'm like, bleh! I don't know what that is. I just hate it. Which is weird because I've been doing that like marbling of paper, and it doesn't bother me when I do that. So it must be certain conditions must have to be met. Make Wukalar teeth. I'm not sure if I'm going to give him teeth yet. I might actually like make it like it sticks and clings to your hands. Yeah, I don't know. It's like yeah. I don't know. It's hard to explain. That's the only way I can explain it is just with that noise. I guess there's really no way to do this without making it look like a butthole. Wukalar was an old movie with Don Knotts. Oh, okay. Sometimes, like, I'm really close to just not giving it teeth, or maybe only giving it just like 2 teeth. Yeah, I might just, you know what? I might just give him 2 big teeth. Or like 4 goofy ass teeth. I do remember that, the Wukalar. I don't remember the movie or anything, but yeah, my neck is doing something weird. But sorry. Oh, I wanted to do a show and tell though. Yeah, it's like I wanted to finish this, which is, you know, sometimes you just can't finish stuff. But also, like, I really feel like we did something here. We had a breakthrough. We told some good stories. Said some gross things. Yeah, I think I'm gonna finish this week and I'll show you guys next week. And then we'll start something else next week. You guys get the drift. You guys get the point, right? Where I'm at least gonna do it so, like, it's definitely gonna be done and we'll start something else next week, but I don't know, man. I was gonna try to do 2 weeks. I'd like to figure out a way to stick to that. Sideways pinch your teeth like a bug. That's kind of a cool idea. But I think if I do it, like, make it crooked, like, what was the name of that guy, that classic movie monster? Was it like the Phantom of the Opera that it had those big, silly, goofy teeth? Crooked ass teeth? I think something like this is gonna help it, or gonna be good, but time just flew by, didn't it? Crazy. It's weird because it's like, maybe I need to start painting before the stream because it's like, sometimes it takes me an hour to warm up. He's shooting frickin' lasers. Does he look like SpongeBob? I guess he kind of does look like a SpongeBob character, doesn't he? We're gonna fix it. Yeah, I gotta make him look scary. He looks really cartoony right now, which, you know, can't completely avoid that, but I gotta make him look more gruesome. Okay, I'm done doing teeth. I'm sick of doing teeth and trying to make teeth work. So, see this? That's gross. I've just received a notification that my camera has 20% life left in it. So I want to do a show and tell. It's too good for the 2 square teeth. Yeah, I'll give it a little bit more thought. But we definitely broke through a. I don't know if you guys understand what I mean by that, but like we broke through a membrane of some kind tonight, which is great. You always feel like maybe, oh man, maybe this is not going to work out, and then something happens and it just works out a little bit. So it looks better than when we started, and that's good enough for me. Set of dentures, that's also a good one. It's also a good idea. All right, I want to show you guys a couple things. I got a hat. I've been looking at how to make some merch lately. So I've been getting t-shirts and stuff made. So first I got like a t-shirt. I'm doing some t-shirts. I think, and I'm trying to find like a good company. And I think I'm right on the verge of that. What is sickening? Oh, the tube, the worm, yeah. So like, yeah, I liked the shirts I had before, but I'm just trying to get it like I'm a perfection. I mean, I'm trying to get it so I don't I know that they hold up, and I ordered so many different shirts samples, and I'm finally like on the verge. So yeah, this is a shirt, but that's just the teaser. This is, oh, hold on. This is the cool thing about the shirt. It's so dark. Oh. Can you see that? Yeah. It's got a little bit of branding on the sleeve. And then, do I wear the hat with the website? Oh, the hat? No. I have it, but I don't. It's weird to wear my own hat, like my own name on my hat. So I had these made, fitted hats, or I had this one made. I think I'm gonna try to do this. Fitted hat embroidered with the alien with the ball of yarn. And the back, hey weird kid. It's kind of like, nobody can spell my last name, so I'm trying to just make up something else that somebody might remember so they can spell it on the internet. Fitted hat. Yeah, no, I mean, I like the hat. It's just, I mean, I'm not trying to be mean. I'm just saying, like, there's no other reason except for it's weird to wear my own name on my hat. A fake name, hey, weird kid. But yeah, so like, you like, guys like this hat? All right, tonight has been an absolute disaster. Okay. Thanks for nothing. I'm just kidding. Thanks for coming, you guys. Love you. And any lurkers in the chat, thanks for coming. Subscribe to the channel. I come on every Thursday at 7 o'clock and hang out. And I also do other stuff. Put out videos. I actually just put a video out a couple days ago talking about the break-in story that we talked about last week. I don't know if you guys remember talking about that. But, and that's about it. So top of the morning to you. See you guys later.